time to burst some of you all's bubble. The United States of America has always been fascist, totalitarian, authoritarian, and dystopian. Rod, how can you say that? History. So the first group of Europeans come over here. The indigenous people greet them, help them survive their first winter. And in return, Europeans come over here and completely decimate the population of indigenous people already living here by treachery, exposing them to diseases that they had never encountered before, and betrayal. Because every treaty that the United States of America made with indigenous peoples, it has broken every single one. Then the Europeans decided, let's go enslave Africans, bring them here, and force them to toil and labor and build the foundation of this country for over 400 years. Then after slavery supposedly ended, you still have the 13th Amendment. That's a big loophole. You still have Reconstruction and Jim Crow and racialized apartheid here on this soil. And come on, black folks, we did not get the right to vote until the 1960s. And so folk want to get offended when others tell them, no, the United States has cosplayed being a constitutional republic and a democracy, but it never really has been one. And so now that this nation has ripped off the facade and shown the world what it really is, people are walking around tripping. Oh no, what's going on in Washington, D.C. is insane right now. Are you kidding me? Agent Orange and Muskrat fully embody what this country has always been about. You cannot be in delusion and try and convince other people in your delusion that the United States of America has always been a democracy, when for over 400 years it legally enslaved Africans, other human beings, and the horrible treatment that enabled. And then after that, Reconstruction and Jim Crow and racialized apartheid. Well, no nation is perfect. I've had white people tell me before, because, they do mental gymnastics that are gold medal worthy in order to try and rationalize what this nation has always been. Because, see, they are part of the group that benefits from it. So to them, there were the good old days. There were days when America was great for them. But the bottom line, if every citizen of this nation cannot enjoy the supposed rights and privileges granted by the Constitution, then no, this has never been a constitutional republic and a democracy. Now, America has purported to be those things, but it has never really actually been that way. So you cannot sit there and tell me, well, the country is divided, and then they add, right now, when the hell has it not been divided? Doge, Muskrat's faux government agency, has broken into a nonprofit that is not part of the federal government. They will face no accountability for that, but there has always been a group of people who there is one set of rules, and then there are rules for black folk. It's always been that way. And so that's what really gets me about the delusion of make America great again. But black folk, we know what that's code word for. And then folks want to sit and say the land of the free and home of the brave. And the world sees through the bullshit too now. So again, newsflash, the United States of America has always been fascist, totalitarian, authoritarian, and I love sci-fi, dystopian. Every time I read a dystopian story in sci-fi, in the back of my mind, being black and American, I keep thinking what black folks have been through makes books like The Hunger Games pale in comparison. You know, they're fictional worlds where, white people want to be oppressed so bad that they really get invested in the Hunger Games and the Divergent series and all this post-apocalypse. But black people, we've already lived through the worst that human beings can come up with. And we're still dealing with the after effects of that. So no, every time I hear, oh, what's going on in the United States right now is so insane. This isn't America. Yes, the hell that it is.